Hey loves, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're seeing this face for the first time, my name is Janelle. I do movie reviews, movie recommendations, and vlogs, my everyday life vlogs, okay, and when I go out. But if you are a returning subscriber, thank you for always coming back, okay? If you are a new subscriber, please, or a new viewer, please like this video, subscribe, because my reviews are really interesting, okay? It's like a story time, but a lot of them I'm going to be bringing real life stories to you guys really soon, but that should be next year, and probably not on this channel. I'm going to let you guys know. But yeah, let's get straight into the review. Instant Dad.
나의 두 눈을 감으면 떠오르는 그 눈동자 자꾸 가슴.
Welcome back, guys. The director of this movie is Jennifer Guerrero, and starring is Blessing Lungaho, Peter Muyaka, Victoria Ndorege, Hannah Wanjiku, Peter Kamau, June Njenga, and Maureen Mutangi. Actually, there are so many of them who acted in this movie, but these are just a few of them, obviously, right? So yeah, the genre of this movie is comedy, and the parental guardian is 12. There was a 10-year-old in this movie, and so I would say, yeah, a 10-year-old should be able to see this movie, but they should have cut some of those parts out, like where the father was before he found that he had a daughter. Although it's the storyline, but it would have been, I don't think there was any nudity in this movie. Well, it's okay, it's not my story. Anyway, this movie is Kenyan, and I'll rate this movie 6/10 because I can relate to everything that was saying in that movie. Now let's get into the story, okay? Now this man was somewhere in the city, balling with his boys, chilling with his boys, not minding getting a wife, right? All these manchelas, all these serious bachelors, right? He is a serious bachelor in town with so many of his friends who are also bachelors who were not interested in getting married, although one of them in the group, right, because they went to the bar like almost 5 to 6 times in that movie. Like one of them is married in the group, so there were just five or four in the group. One of them is married and is always complaining about his marriage, and he was telling them, do not get married. I was like, oh my, what kind of friendship is this? Anyway, the second time he went to the bar with his friends, they were just chilling. Like they do this thing that they take girls home, and then early in the morning before they go out, they try to call, they send a text message to their friend, and the friend calls as their mom, and then they'll be like, oh mom, you can come over, and then the girls will be like, okay, I think it's time to go, right? So he did that trick on one girl, and then the girl had to leave. Yeah, she left, and then he left to meet his friends, right, that evening. So when whilst he was there, they had fun, and he was like, no, he's not going to ever get committed. I even thought it was because someone broke his heart or someone hurt him, but it was because he lost his dad at a very young age. He never grieved, right? So he was, would I say, depressed for a very long time, for like the longest of time. Like how can you be depressed for that long though? But anyway, he came home that night, and then the next morning He was expecting that someone, another girl obviously, was going to come see him. And then, bam, he knocked at the door. This girl was supposed to come and do role play for him. But his daughter spoiled his shoes. A 10-year-old was by the door and he was looking at the girl. The girl was looking at him. Who are you? I'm your daughter. And then she called the name of her mom, that her mom was dead, that her mom was late, and her grandma was sick and she couldn't take care of her anymore. And guess what? He was just finding out that he had a 10-year-old that morning. It was just chaotic for him. Like he called his cousin who was doing the social service thing. He called his cousin who was into this social service thing, and then he was begging her to look for a family for his daughter. And then it went on and on and on and on. He tried to take care of her, like before they could find a family who would take her in. And within that period, he fell in love with this girl. And then you guys know how the story was going to end, right? You knew, right? But anyway, he took her to his mom, and then his mom was trying to tell him that she could have helped him grieved, like in a good way, that he could easily mourn his dad. But anyway, he got back to his senses. He healed and he was ready to take care of his daughter. And yeah, that's the end of the movie, right? Like I said before, I rate this movie a 6/10 because I could relate to it. Although I felt like since this movie is rated 12, there are some scenes that children should not see, right? But in entirety, I would say it's a good watch. It's a good watch for an adult. It's a good watch for, I would say PG should be 18. Yeah, 18. But anyway, thank you so much for always watching my videos. I hope to see you on my next one. Bye.